mid-round. They have 3 names that you'd want alive in a situation like this. How much can they work back? Those massive 2 kills from Jax there to open up the account. They draw a bit of a rotation, but this is what m0NESY can do, right? His AWPing presence, and this is why I liken it to Zywoo, right? We all know he plays top of Scaff with the AWP. Well, m0NESY's doing it from a different angle. But he just has all of this ramp control and the information because he's staying cocky, staying aggressive. He's going to be smoked off now, so we'll have to question this. Oh, never mind. Just find the timing right there. Quesarado in the grave as well. That is fantastic. Is it going to ward them back? Apparently not. They're still going to creep and crawl forward. No rotation to help m0NESY just yet.
Yeah, I feel like they've got a lot of conviction and confidence in this AWP, and he will call for aid when he feels like he needs it. He's smoked short, so he's bought himself time to just focus on ramp. Of course, there could be a walk through that, and Util will distract and obscure. Now, you probably could use a bit of help, because they're getting dangerously close to that bomb plant. You can see the flames to stop it. Looking for the fight on elevator. Safe again! Oh, he's looking to disrupt more. m0NESY good for it. Bomb to be planted and uncontested. Yuri can't get out of trouble. Important round for G2. Will give them a chance to really get a bit of leeway, trying to slowly exhaust FURIA's funds.
I can respect what FURIA are doing here because it has worked for them to get them up to this point, like with this aggressive maneuver. So there is just going to be a question down the straight of this first half if they want to chop and change, because we haven't seen them go slow yet. They can still just take their time. They don't need to run on into situations early. In multiple rounds now, they've been dealt a dud hound with 2 opening kills. This time it was Jax with a double towards B. Look at Jax getting helped out with flashes from his teammates over mid there as well. You need that as a B defender. And the previous was Nico pushing down the ramp and getting 2 of his own. So if these early exchanges go in the favor of G2, they're looking good to convert the round. If they don't, that's where FURIA are going to snatch them away. But the economy can be established with this round win from G2 here. It's going to put FURIA in the dumps. They forced in again. Deagles, Tech9s, Galils, and back towards A they go.
Oh my god, Nico allowed to take that crane fight, supported from the utility. And there's one back. It's Jax down on the B stairs. He did get aggressive, and now there is a real gaping chasm for the CT control. If they were to take some liberties here.
It's a one-way drop, so it's explosive, but I don't know if there's committal.
Yeah, they're poking both sides of the map simultaneously here, and if he's not careful, he's caught Art. And
Good
Yuri
awareness.
had the bomb, so that was intention. Yuri will have to change his plans now. There's still progress. You can see a boost was established from G2.
I think he heard that as well. He's doing a lot of talking here.
Oh, and Alexi's lost his jewel. It's up to Hunter. At least finds it back. Keep the man advantage. Quesarado trying to catch a timing on the way across. Hard duel. Very hard duel. A couple bullets go awry. 16 left in the mag for Hunter as he's under a lot of scrutiny. Could use a flash, could use some info and support. And that's the duel. Won't get them both though. It's Yuri into the clutch. And not before we even see a plant. The bullets fired out, and you can see how hyped up m0NESY's getting. He's got a lot at stake here to get to that top 8.
That's a good one to win, right? This should be drawing the field level at this point. You can see the buy right now from FURIA has to be humbled in the same sense that happened to G2 a little bit earlier on with their constant attempts at getting the purchases. Of course, Art is going to continue to subvert expectations to get a Mac 10. And as the loss bonus is building, it's 2,900 into the next. Art looking to get something funky done with this, and again, looks to be very fast over towards the A site. Deep ramp smoke drops. m0NESY has a chance with the AWP, gets flashed off, and they're coming quick.
Very quick. The FURIA signature move, and they have run down Nico on the sandbags. The weapon now falls into enemy hands. Careful, it's Yuri, and he gets it. Alexi caught lacking. Tried to go up and over. Now he's just under. m0NESY, big frags, and it seems G2 may have done enough to stop this. With a bomb on the floor, last of the util deployed. A weapon recovered. There's something to be said about this, but Hunter doesn't think so. Safe again, a 1v3 attempt. He got it down to the 1v1 before, now makes it 2. Ah, that bomb. And he's got an AWPer staring at him. m0NESY will not let him go. Info forces him away. Reposition from m0NESY, but this flank has been red.
Oh.
A chance, definitely, just slips away from safe.
I didn't think you'd be considering that at all. I really like that push from Jax right there to take back some space. You could consider it a risk, right? But once you have that territory as a CT, I feel that that site is a lock. He could have also played for info in case that Safe wanted to drop back, and that's exactly what Jax did. Confirms the round. And now the buy back will be on the agenda for FURIA here. Art will be lacking, but that's fine. He'll get it done with any weapon, Art. He might need to find a couple more kills, though. Just 4 frags in total. His teammates would love an opening kill. Going to be the second tactical timeout called here for FURIA, just to confer.
Yeah.
Sure, Gary's not behind them, but they do have options. I don't want to butcher his name, but he was coaching a North American team.
I think it's endearing when you call him Gary.
No, but no, the
new guy.
Tacitus.
Tacticus.
I don't want to butcher
Like
his name.
Spartacus.
Yeah, that's probably more like it. I think I'm dyslexic.
Maybe. I mean, you don't have to write much. You just have to speak them.
That's true.
Yeah, you're okay.
Oh, again, and they're just keeping this pressure up all across the map. Look how unrelenting it is. This time they're knocking on the door of middle here. Two players, Case Rider on drop.
That flame will not keep them at bay. m0NESY's committing to that fight on ramp, and he's been flashed. Okay, problems now, and a huge opportunity for K-Serato. I don't know if he heard that, but Alexi does immediately gallop away from middle. And he's back to his usual angle. K-Serato's won this duel once. A deviation from it, and Alexi builds upon it. Double shutdown in middle.
Needed that, right? And the fact that he looked booked in that position, they were jiggling for exactly that fight. Yuri trying to find a gap of his own right here. This is currently being addressed by the position of Hunter over towards Headshot. Nico is going to lie in wait towards Sandbag, and if they do try and clear him, he has a smoke for his feet. Bit of a missed timing on the call of that flash there. Nico will not have seen anything and has to question, has he been spotted? But Alexi wants to do everything this round. Drop down the ladder. He might have another kill if he considers.
He has no idea. Safe's taking the bomb on his own towards B, but this is where the main body of FURIA lie, and they have just rounded the corner as Alexi does the same. Does he go back and find Safe? The round hinging on this.
There's bad info.
Bad info both ways. Now the bomb's lost. He doesn't know where the rest could be, and now Art loud about this. Nico should have him dead to rights, and yeah, FURIA, a bit of a misplay there. Yuri obviously had the element of surprise onto Hunter, but now the jig is up. 19 seconds, it'd have to be jumping into his crosshair for this to go south.
Yeah, there's no way, right? With the bomb down over towards B, I think it's just Yuri holding onto this AK here, and that was a funky round, right? That was a bit of an odd one right there. The fact that the timings worked out like that on both sides of the map, right? It was Nico also clearing forward as, Yuri might be finding a go on a Jax here, does convert, and that'll keep himself alive with that AK. Going to be the best weapon, unless Art wants to buy on in here as well, which, as far as Art goes, is probably going to be the case. But this is great. A good recovery from G2 now. They've been able to win 5 consecutive rounds here. If they can get the final to a 9-6 half, that'll be very tidy for them, and the second timeout called.
The Vertigos here at Antwerp for G2 have been real heart-wrenchers, haven't they? A 19-17 overtime loss against Heroic. I think the Outsiders game was the one most recently you referenced, where an 8-7 half spiraled when they only accrued 2 CT rounds.
We're kind of learning what G2's map pool is. I think they're learning as well.
Yeah.
Right? This is one of the things with this roster. They're definitely good on the normie maps, the Mirages, the Infernos, the Dust 2s. But unfortunately against FURIA, they banned Dust 2, so you can't pick that map. But this was important for Alexi to get that double kill, and well, we'll make it a triple with that flank. So a lot of information, a good heads-up play there from Alexi on the push just to try and track that bomb down, and they will buy. Art's being gifted a Mac 10. He will have dropped an AK across, and they will get into a pretty tidy round here to contend for round number 14. Money still not flush for G2, considering it's a 5-round streak, so that tells you that they have been close. And fast again, same play, heads-up Counter-Strike.
They love these sandbags. And again, Yuri, wow, manages to spray in between the 2 bags. And Nico has to watch now as this team try and recover. The whole FURIA squad are about to come through. Here comes the util, a pop flash, an executed Kovac. Just m0NESY now on the site. Hard miss. Big problems now, and FURIA seems to have the recipe for success on this T side. It's pace, it's isolation, and it's domination. Look what that leads to. AWPs, AKs, all of that Mac 10s and garbage they came into the round with.
Yeah, this is the FURIA identity that we all know and love. This fast heads-up Counter-Strike in your face, continuing to push the issue here. Right? Maybe after yesterday they got a little bit shook. They decided, let's come in and let's just take the fight to G2. Sure, there's some big names in this team. So there's some massive stars. Nico, a storied individual in himself, and he's got his cousin alongside for the ride. Hunter is fantastic as well, and they can even leave guns at spawn. That's how well it's going for FURIA here. But on the other side, 3 MP9s, a Deagle, and the AWP for m0NESY, and they're coming again.
They're just doing it, rinse, repeat. I think G2 have to acknowledge it.
They got all 5 here.
Yep, we've got the whole squad versus the whole squad. 5v5 on A ramp, and already it's just constant deathmatch. Here comes the pushes. Nico puts one to the belly, traded. It's a push out of Hunter, needs 2, gets 2, and that's a quick round of Counter-Strike to end the half. 8 for G2 as they fight fire with fire.
Yeah, if you're going to scrim on us, we'll scrim back. You're getting stuck in with that light purchase and that just consistent pace out of FURIA throughout that entire half. It's a quick game. I don't know what time we started, but I couldn't imagine that took longer than 15 minutes. It was a very, very quick first half. And we're only one round separating the two. And we were talking about Hunter just there on the way on out. Big smiles on the faces for Alexi here. So happy with the way that that last round shapes up. But 17 kills for Hunter. He's leading the charge right here. And leading the server. On the other side, it's safe up to 15. And we saw his impact with multi-kills.
Wow,
G2 humbled.
Selfless out of Nico. Actually going armorless and dropping the Molotov for Alexi. So they'll have a double Molotov T-pistol.
They have a lot of util here, right? He has a flash as well. 2 smokes, 2 mollies, 2 flashes, a P250 in the mixes. They do set their sights early over towards B.
Clear intent. Now, is there any sort of fakery? Did anyone go run and make that noise? I didn't quite catch it on the mini-map.
Well, A's just been cleared out. FURIA have just poked their head down the ramp and seen nothing home. And, well, speaking about poking, look how far Art is going. They can rotate over, but they need to get there now. Drops down. They're going to make their way in, but do they wait for the utility, or do they just go pedal to the metal?
Yeah, let's find out. K-Serato to receive. Nico's got this flank on lock and a quick click of the P250, anticipating more. Safe, quick to the draw. G2, they need this fight. Now they have to get space. The flank is fast. You can hear it. Big duel. Alexi not ready, but Hunter does go down first. And it's all safe. 3 frags, more and more impact from this AWP. On the pistol. Monacy, can you find a 1v2? Dyson with trouble here. Safe's been hitting every shot and giving him opportunities, but he's nimble. The young gun, overrun, running out of bullets. The pass! He nearly had it. One bullet, and he doesn't get around the corner. Another pistol goes Furia's way. Holy. G2 had some clear ideas, but that quick info you outlined immediately led to that high pressure cooker of the B site. They're on B stairs by the time you're still trying to cross gens.
Yeah, that was crazy that they had 3 players on the flank right there, and Nico was ready for the first. Art goes down, then he starts to search out for that second. This was the opening kill from Monacy on the way in against Drop, and that was the one where I thought the round should have been done, but safe. Fantastic work from him. That's his 5th multi-kill in this game so far, and his impact, it is putting FURIA in a position right now to really take it to G2 here. This is a tight one. Just 1 bullet left from Monacy, knowing that he had to get away, but now going to try their luck into the force by G2. A Galil, an AK-3 Mac-10s, and fast towards B. They're trying the pace.
Yeah, they want to try and catch K-Serato. He's been tagged up in the smoke. They will all unload their mags, and they're already across, Chad. Problems for FURIA. Drop does well to post a frag. And Yuri and Safe, they are not giving up. There is no surrender. And already the site is clear. They don't even know. Safe is just processing. Wait, I've already won the round. Okay, a double kill out of him on the way in. And FURIA are up to 9.
This is just deathmatch right now. When have you seen a game of Counter-Strike with a pace like this? It's just constant biffs, constant fights, in your face play. It's not slow, drawn out, waiting for the utility. This is just...
It's odd.
Yeah, well, it's great. Like, I'm loving it because both individuals are backing themselves, or both teams are backing their individuals.
Yeah.
Right? They're just saying, look, we can biff, we'll stand and bang, and that's what this game is. Who's going to deliver in the high-pressure moments? And apparently Safe is 20 kills now. Ahead of the next closest on his team by 7. Yuri stepping up to play in that second slot.
Yeah, both of the top fraggers for both teams, so Hunter and Safe respectively, are the only players that smiled in their player photo. So I'm just saying, positive outlook.
There you go.
A positive
Belief.
outlook. And the 2 smiling top fraggers, Hunter and Safe. That's hardcore analysis for you.
Oh, this is some space here. Playing behind the flames.
Good for it.
Oh, 2 kills opened and round likely closed. Unless we get another one of those from Nico. Okay.
Yeah, not one to be ruled out on that Desert Eagle Blaze. It's seen many a scream.
He did 10,000 bots yesterday while waiting to play his match. I wonder how many he did today. You're going to have to wait this out if you are G2, right? You've heard that smoke bloom. If you do want to risk peering behind it, you will be dealt a dud hand. All you have to do is hold on out for about 20 seconds. Or drop a one-way of your own. A redeploy from Art here. Going to scuttle that one at his feet. Trying to scale up for some space. It's Hunter, Nico, and Jax.
It's a nice compromise. Still can stand for the fight. And oof, Jax is capable with that Desert Eagle. So with that paired with Nico's, we've got ourselves a bit of a round now. G2 came in conservative.
They can't clear this. They have no utility, and there's a flank. 30 seconds. bit of a problem.
Yeah, Yuri will go unchecked. It's just a question of when he chooses to engage. Unless Nico throws that incendiary, because he's opting to throw it to site. So Yuri should have this round dead to rights. Down they go. Quick reaction required. Hunter can't. It's only Nico. And so a 10th. The double digits for FURIA looms. And look at the restraint out of Yuri. He doesn't want to give him a thing. Jump up and over. It's impressive from Nico. He actually evades the shots out of drop, and it's now a question of dying after time.
Okay, he's lucky. 5.3k, all good, all good. That must have been like a millisecond right there. Yeah, you make sure you want to get that loss bonus if you're Nico, or have held on to that M4. So fortunate stuff right there. But crisis averted, and they will be able to get a full buyout. Now, it's going to be curious because we saw the AWP prioritized, so we get this nice little deagle shot from Nico there. Scorcher from him and a Scorcher from Jax, but not enough when Yuri plays the safety net position of the site here to great success. The AWP out for m0NESY here, which means they can't just operate with this crazy pace. Now, m0NESY likes to get aggressive with the AWP, but there's only so many options around these smokes, and he's just overwatched right now. Art's crazy business has been dealt with. How did he catch that?
It's a m0NESY flick.
Bit of a void right there in the smoke that he's been able to catch them through. And that's their CT smoke, so well handled.
Evidence that Art is trying to maintain his identity, though, in this crunch time game. Not one to shy away from aggression. Round 19, not an exception. But that's a leg up now for this G2T side. Advantage FURIA in the grand scheme. Now for the round, they do look to take an engagement. Lots of bodies here, and Yuri good for the double. On retreat is safe. m0NESY found one. It's Jax that delivers the knockout blow. In case Serato trying to be the hero, m0NESY's having absolutely none of it. And so the gap will close, and this Vertigo is going to go the distance.
You're talking about the Art identity right there. We'll just bring some numbers into the play for a moment here. Within these 19 rounds, Art has been involved in 9 opening duels, only winning 2 of those exchanges. So at the moment, bottom of the scoreboard for his team with only 8 kills. But we spoke about that stat line earlier in the tournament of about the 4v5 conversions for FURIA. They live and die by that sword. And they will buy in again here, FURIA. Aggressive mid, the MP9 push, a bit of a classic. Lots of space taken, flashed up by his teammates, so didn't catch the timing perfectly there.
Still scary though with Art so far. At any time he can start to close the gap, especially if Serato can delay. Not an easy ask with the weapon in play. Doesn't smoke it. They're already across. Jax has decided he'd just take the whole space, the whole site. Long range dinked out of the MP9, but still threatening. Only for a moment longer. The frags come through for G2. The site should be theirs. The round 2.
Safe's going to want to hold on to this M4, right? This was a force buy right now from FURIA, and you can understand why. Loss bonus for them was bottom of the barrel. Next round, it is going to be 1900 coming through, which means they can stomach an eco, but to have something to operate with this Deagle, this M4, would give them a chance to try and find an opening kill if they want to set safe up with a boost or an aggressive maneuver. You want to be as threatening as you can, especially late into a game like this, so we'll be tied up at 10-10. All 5 to stay alive for G2. They can start working on a bank balance here on this T side because right now residual cash is pretty strapped as well. It is just Hunter, so that's why FURIA, if they can get a couple more kills into the next, they can try and limit G2 from getting too far ahead in this economy game because it is going to become a problem. I would say less of an issue for FURIA because they seem to operate with everything under the sun. I wouldn't be surprised right now if Art just decides to buy into a Mag 7 or a shotgun and rush down the ladder room. He's going to do something. Yeah, he's always doing something a bit odd, isn't he? But that's why we love Art. It's been one of the most fun play styles to watch ever since JW, right? You can throw a couple of names into those mix of the hyper-aggressive players. Art's one of them, JW, back in the glory days. Well, maybe the glory days are now, but Fur was another one of those names. Yeah. Having a bit of resurgence here as Art does invest quite heavily. A CZ, some armor. They have this M4, so they have a couple of little traps for G2 to fall over. And, oh, Nico, he's heard this. Dancing around the smokes, has to be careful here. Art, you're actually all around him and knifing him in the smoke. Art up to the regular hijinks, gets traded. But he's going to be loving how that one unfolded. Art is mental.
Oh, God, you just can't be pulling that off. This is an elimination game. Qualification or elimination, Art comes out with a knife into the back of Nico. The audacity. And there's more to be had. A Deagle, 3 bullets from Yuri and Alexi, no more. Dink through, Hunter's gone as well. What has Art started? They didn't really invest. There's still that USP of drop and he wards off Jax. This is unbelievable. m0NESY's got to try and recover for G2.
They know one mid and they know one A, so if they quickly head over towards B, they can try and get ahead of drop. They know he only had a USP, so it's not the biggest pistol to worry about here. They just have to get him dealt with.
Oof, he hits it. m0NESY. You mean it? Glock chasing, 20 HP, 1 bullet to the side of the buttock. KSCERATO was rotated through. 3 out of m0NESY, but this is a 1v2 KSCERATO can handle. Will he expect him pushed up so close on the cross? m0NESY does it again for G2. Quad kill to get the sweat off the brow. And the pressure valve releases as G2. That would have been one to get under the skin.
Massive round for the young gun there. He gets the trade onto R. I think that's a great frag to make, but the one onto Safe as well, who's caught leering over towards that ramp after those exchanges, was probably the most important because he had armor, right? You can see KSCERATO there. I know that he died to the AWP, but didn't have armor even. It did get down to a one-on-one duel for that final fight. That will force out the third tactical timeout here for the Brazilian side. And R again operating with bottom of the barrel weaponry and MP9, util around that, drop can buy. They have no AWP available here for Safe, and I don't know if there's going to be a defuse kit. Art has $400 left. He could buy it, but that's the issue with Art's play, because he's always in your face. Here it is again. It's so naughty. Like, it's so naughty. Yeah, and it is going to drive NiKo up the wall. Like, he's laughing here, but I'm telling you, he cannot believe how mental this guy is.
Yeah.
Right? That will rattle you. This kill, very important from m0NESY. The fact he gets away from that exchange as well, and then to finish off the round. So beautiful stuff. Stepping up when they need it. Up to 17 frags now.
Oh, what does the saying go? You have to laugh or you'll cry. Getting knifed by Art and saved by m0NESY. So, see if that awakens anything in NiKo. You don't want to see him when he's angry. And Art, up to his usual antics once again. Already making his presence known deep down the ramp. And they are coming towards this B site again. But look at the info Art is finding. He's making it clear that he has cleared ramp.
Well, they've left B during all of this. So the bomb site is wide open. The execute's coming through right now, but it's mid-space.
Yeah, this rotation, that's actually, they're doing it safe through CT. And he's on now. Yuri, Jax. Very aggressive. So many bodies, though, and they can address him easy. They've cleared out mid, and now it's a one-pronged assault. And they're still held at the door. KSCERATO's smoke has done everything you needed and more. A second wave of util will fly through. The nades in response will chip further away at Hunter. This looks bleak for G2, but m0NESY still in the server, gets 2 out of the 3 required. Still 1 on gens. A slight gap that KSCERATO could be found within. But he's kept G2 at least with a grasp on the rope. Oh, spots Yuri on the jiggle. They're all there. Push through the smoke. Art just on the fade has put 2 down. And there's a solid defense from FURIA. The B site has been up for debate throughout this entire second half, but this is a solid fight back. 3 alive as they convert.
A little bit unlucky there, right? Because I think if you're G2 throwing that util, you're hoping that the B defenders play ahead of the util to fight stairs, but instead they were all caught in limbo because of that rotation. This was lovely from m0NESY here to get anything done in a situation like this, playing in around the thick of the smokes. If he could have grabbed a third here, may have set them up for success, but Hunter and Alexi unable to get anything done. Art just obliterates one and KSCERATO the other. They can bite back, but KSCERATO bites back. Alexi in the grave early, an opener for FURIA.
They need to find Art here. Oh, nice start. Don't finish their meal. Problems as the bullets get unloaded. The flames are on the floor as well. NiKo low. m0NESY the same, and a nade onto the nose. NiKo will have to watch round 23 transpire, as will Alexi too. Casualties for G2, trying to find recovery here is Hunter, and Art not willing to engage just yet. He's so distracted,
kill,
he's surely gonna go down! Okay, Art's won the round. m0NESY just gonna have to do as much as he can. What a no-scope, that is absurd. Finds Art. Knew he was there. Any more out of this young one? That'll do nicely. Gets away, fires off the shot, knows the gap will be closed by that flank. KSCERATO last seen on the B stairs. FURIA will respect him after the first shot. And this is the flank he's been waiting for.
This is impossible.
Yeah.
They're just, I can understand why they're giving him this respect, right? You don't want to give away too many guns in this situation, but you can see how unrelenting they were early, right? How much aggression they applied towards that ramp, how many fights they were taking through the smoke. If G2 wanted to try and buy back some space, which you can understand. If Art's able to push down every round to this position, which he will be finding his grave, but that's after all the deed was done, right? If he can continue to take that much space, it's a real issue for G2. So having to deal with this is no easy feat. It's no easy task. I think it's quite coin flippy over towards this ramp with how many flashes are being used or what type of approach either team are going with to try and grab that control. But right now, FURIA are throwing a lot of bodies, or at least they were. Now it's just the pistols, and, well, not going to get anything done. Straight through, Art is finding success now. Opener for him, back on the board, and more kills to be had for Safe. The AK with 2 of his own, and it is just Hunter who at least gets a couple of Constellation Deagle kills there, but it had to be an eco. The loss bonus wasn't in the favor of G2. Now it is. They've saved their pennies, and they can buy it back, but no m0NESY AWP right now, and that's been impactful to bail them out. Round recap on your screen. Pissed around with the conversions for FURIA here. 3 rounds on the trot for G2, and now 3 back in response without a plant, and that's one of the bigger issues. G2, if they want to stay competitive down the tail straight of this first map, need to start getting a couple of plants.
Yeah, I mean, both pistols and the conversions, that's 6 rounds that FURIA have had over the 2 halves. Nico trying his luck through smoke and flash and spray. Can he beat Art today? No, Yuri's good for it. And again, Alexi, tail between his legs at 10 HP. It seems like FURIA have solved this CT opener for ramp control, admittedly with a great cost of utility, but if it's leading to frags, if it's leading to advantages, nothing to complain about. Hunter, very aggressive, wants to try and find a way back in. Yeah,
and they already have no options because they used a lot of utility just to try and fight for that space, because they were denied, because they didn't even get a kill, because they barely even put in a lick of damage. FURIA are in the driver's seat. And the thing is, you can't just sit here for 60 seconds and have a save round like this from G2, but unless they can find a solution to get in and get the bomb down, they're going to be likely down 15 to 11. Right? This is already seeming like 14 unless there's a miracle shot. And they're going to need to call on somebody. And remember, no m0NESY AWP to try and open up the account. So you look towards Hunter. Can he find them a way in as Art comes forward again?
He's hearing an awful lot. Art is up to no good. Oh dear. Mischief in the server, just kept quiet up on the 1. G2 have a chance, and it could get bigger if Yuri does go down. He gets the info and gets away.
Look at the time.
Yeah, it's very bleak now for G2. They're even just hoping that they can get given one back. He's actually only got 7 bullets, Chad. Yuri's been doing so much spamming, and he still gathers his last bullet. He's got it. Might have to use the USP for the rest of the round, but that does deliver the frag necessary. A great one back from Alexi, but yeah, this all hope is lost. Round 2, and Jack's great shot out of the first. No time for this. And survival from Serato kills him after time to make it even more sour. Look what he's got, $750. A packet, a pick and mix, and some biltong is all Jax will be bringing into this next round.
Yeah, you have to be very happy with yourself if you're FURIA right now, because this is your game to win, right? You're in such a good position. Right? Your Jax was 750. The rest are all about that 3K mark. So likely just to see a half buy from G2 here, but they were more than likely concede 15. The scoreline will be 15 to 11. Then you need 4 rounds in a row to get back to that familiar territory of overtime for G2. So far in their major campaign, 4 of their maps have gone to OT. And they've had quite close games throughout. So it's not unlikely that they can draw it back. But look how much of an issue Art is. He is just such a nuisance. I think we're looking at 5 consecutive rounds now where FURIA have been able to find that opening kill. And Art has been involved in a couple of those since that knife, right? Yeah. That knife was just naughty. I know they didn't pick that round up, but they almost did, right? They made a round to that one. Now the gun rounds, now that the big weapons are out, they're having a real run of it.
Yeah, let's see if G2 can find any sort of leg up. And Serato loves these aggressions on the lighter buys. Hunter's just going to get sprayed on down. A great opening. Trying to claw it back, but losing bodies. These partial buys out of G2. Very easy to control.
Yeah, you notice when FURIA were going fast, they were at least getting some space, right? They were able to run up the ramp. They were able to get trades. G2 can't do the same. They can't go fast towards B.
Oh my God, Serato just aces them back to spawn. Well, you know, if you go to ramp and you get bullied and battered and immediately concede 2 frags, but if you go to B, you meet Serato and the flashes through mid, it seems like the CT protocols are working wonders here for FURIA. There's only 3 T rounds that G2 have to boast, and you've already discussed a couple of them.
Just think about it this way. In the first half, because the aggression didn't stop from FURIA, it was G2 gambling on where they thought the aggression was going to come each round. Now, this time round, they're the ones deciding where to take the aggression, but FURIA are the ones dictating the defense. They're the ones who have these 3-man leans or 2-man pushes, and here it is again. Art forward, opening kill. Same story.
Different result if Nico can get away. Yuri wants to equalize back, take that man advantage and run with it. There's a lot of bodies here. Big duel. Alexi taking heavy damage. 10 HP on him. Yuri knows where to put his cross there as Jax falls as well. FURIA looking to have done it here. A 1 versus 2. Initially 1 versus 3. m0NESY quick to find the first of the 3 required. Now last time we saw, in a position like this, FURIA gave him a lot of respect and a lot of space. He's one to be feared. Silent descent out of K-Serato will remove his options of a retreat. Now he has the bomb. K-Serato's still going to linger and make sure he has that B rotate. Enables Art to just play for the A site passive. No smoke for m0NESY. And with the amount of time he has, you can see he's going to get paranoid about the late flank out of K-Serato. But he will need time to start faking it out. Does Art just run him down if he does touch the bomb? Or does he wait for K-Serato and plays the numbers? We'll find out now. m0NESY across. Molly and plan. Art won't be able to contest immediately. Smoke makes him scared, distracts as K-Serato activates as well. m0NESY sets his sights on the duel with Art here, expecting a walk through. It's Art for a reason! m0NESY reads him. And a clutch to keep G2 alive on Vertigo becomes a 1-on-1. Brain whirs into action. He's got a good idea. K-Serato starting to clear. Time on your side here, m0NESY. You've done a lot of the heavy lifting, a lot of the hard draft. He heard him. He knows where he is. Can he remember where he planted? K-Serato versus m0NESY! And he clutches up. G2 play on. Just about. Wowzers.
Yeah, take a deep breath right there. You're holding yours for most of that if you're watching on as G2. He's given them a lifeline a couple of times here. A couple of times, and they gave him a lot of respect, and you understand why, because the kid is flashy, right? He's quick to the trigger, hits a couple of tidy shots, but by giving him a lot of room, they're hoping that they're able to have that teamwork. Now, it was perfect up until the point where Art decided to walk on through the smoke, did not allow that rotation to come through, so actually gave an opportunity for m0NESY to get in, but does it have to be clutches again? Because that's not going to work for 3 more on the trot here. G2 need to find something more consistent, maybe taking some pace out of it. That could be the answer.
Yeah, Nico's already got nothing more than his Galil, so he will be the brute force object they try and break in.
Look how worried they are about that position, the push on the scaff here. Lots of space here in mid.
Oh yeah, it's Drop's responsibility, so he's actually going for the CT peak. This is a Hunter versus Drop head-to-head. Hunter will find the crispy headshot. Snap, crackle, and pop. One head gone.
Gap in this.
Oh, that's nerdy from K-Serato. Alexi B doesn't know. Nico neither. And a big frag with the bomb now spotted. Alexi should have him. He's still sitting in the open. They've got about 10 seconds on the fade. K-Serato will continue to reposition. Jax in deep to the B site. Safe none the wiser because K-Serato's even gone down as well. They will clear him. Art is going to be able to at least voice concerns about the B site. Yuri still bridge for the rotate back stairs. Alexi spots him out. A plant default. Jax responsible. Flames force him to curb his aggression.
They should save here, but Yuri is quite quick on the flank, and m0NESY was watching this, but has relinquished the position now. If they're not careful and Yuri actually peers on forward, he could find a kill. Art's trying to puff his chest up and seem like he's a bit bigger than he is, and the flick up hasn't landed. 2-on-2, there's a chance for FURIA to get it done now.
They're not going to be checking this. Jax, oh, now he gets him, but he's gone down. It's Alexi to try and save G2 now. Oh, and he's closed it out. FURIA will take Vertigo. Close to manifesting that gap close. But a 2v3 as well, and FURIA looking like the better side.
Bit of a fumble there at the tail end. You know, a good clutch from m0NESY to keep them in it, and then they get an opportunity again with Jax in the side. The opening kill from Hunter right there, but clean stuff from the Brazilian side. FURIA, they want to get themselves back into that arena here, and now they're just 1 map away from doing that, and 1 map away from eliminating G2, the previous major runner-up in the Legend stage.
Art Yuri, K Serato, all in the server, but who's at the top? Safe. You can see Art takes a moment to acknowledge that with his AWPer as well, just saying like, Safe, you delivered when we needed you most. You know, like there is no better time for a player to have a strong individual performance than right here, right now on first map of an elimination game at the major.
Yeah, really good stuff from Safe. And I know the panel brought him up. Let's see what they have.